And all right, girls, welcome to tonight's team call. We're so excited to have you all here. Michelle is going to lead our call tonight. And I know she's a little nervous. It's her first time leading the call, but she's going to do amazing. And she's taken some really big steps, not only for herself and mindset, but in her business as well over these last several months. So I asked her to speak on our call. I asked her last week, but I knew it was kind of a stretch because she was on vacation. So I swapped with her and she's going to lead tonight. And I'm really excited to hear from you, girlfriend. So it's all you.
Okay. So I started coaching back in October of 2019 after probably multiple times of telling Corey I was not interested. It just wasn't my thing. I was worried what people would think of me and I was just super nervous to do it. So finally my husband was like, just do it, give it a try. So I was like, okay, why not? So I still deal with like the anxiety of like, every time I go to post something, I'm like, oh, what's so-and-so going to think of this? Is so-and-so going to make fun of me? And I feel like this year I've kind of thrown that out and I'm just starting to not care, I guess, what people think. Like, I know I have all of your guys' back and, I'm just out there trying to help people and just try not to worry what people think because it's been hard. Like, I get comments from family, coworkers about, oh, you're not inspirational. Or if I'm like eating something that's not healthy, oh, are you going to post that on social media? So I try to just tune that out. And one thing that I started doing this year is I found 3 quotes by Rachel Hollis that I love that I can really relate to. And I really like every morning I read those because I've really dove into personal development because I know that is what's going to get me through this. So one of them that I read every morning, I'm going to share with you guys. It is, by embracing your calling and refusing to hide your glow, you wouldn't just make your world brighter. You'd light the way for the women who come behind you. And I read that and it really spoke to me because I did always worry just what people would think, but I know that I am setting an example for others. And if you guys saw my post tonight, I'm also setting an example for my 3-year-old daughter. She's always talking about Beachbody. I know, Mindy, your girls are constantly talking about Beachbody too, because we're all setting an example, not only for other women out there, but for our own kids as well. They're always watching. I mean, us that have 3-year-olds, they see and hear everything. But so like I said, outside of my Beachbody community and Josh, there's really not much support here. So I lean into you guys. I lean into my personal development, and that's how I have to get through this. Every morning I do the gratitude, the affirmations, and I read these quotes to just keep showing up for myself. I have notes here because I don't want to get off track and lose my train of thought. But one of the other quotes that I read every morning is, comparison is the death of all joy. And the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. I catch myself all the time comparing myself. Like Corey tells me all the time, her, Mindy, Caitlin, like you guys started at the same spot too. Like, I can't just expect to, like that, be a diamond coach. Like, I know I have to work to it. I've come a long way from coming out of my shell, like, talking in my stories. For the longest time, I was so afraid. Like, I would record them and I'd be like, I can't even listen to these back. Like, I can't stand hearing my voice on here. But it's one thing that I've really tried to work towards is talking in my stories, making reels. I've made it like an effort every night before bed. I'm laying in bed anyways on my phone. I watch reels for 5 minutes to try to get different ideas, and I've had fun doing them too. I've been engaging more on stories. Like, I felt like for so long that I was just like scrolling through social media and not getting anywhere, like just looking, kind of not really paying attention. So I've made it an effort every morning, like Corey talked before, like setting a timer. So 5 minutes, I'm focusing on engaging on stories on Instagram, another 5 minutes engaging on Facebook. Otherwise, I just get lost. And then I feel like I'm on social media all day and I'm not getting anywhere. And that's what, like, when I first started, I felt like with wasn't paying attention to Josh and Macy because I was constantly just scrolling, and felt like I had to be on social media all the time to grow my business until I learned to work in pockets of time that I knew I didn't have to. And it kind of made things around here better because I didn't feel like I was ignoring them to be on social media the whole time. I started building relationships probably the last month, really. You know, just trying to relate with different people. Like, for those of you that don't know, I have MS, and I've been trying to, like, connect with other people that have MS that, maybe are in my situation and are fortunate enough that it's not serious, that moving your body and eating healthy, like, that's what's changed everything for me with my MS. Like, I'm not on medication right now because I am active. I have a healthy diet, and it's amazing to me that I don't have to depend on this medicine to make me feel better. Now I feel like I'm gonna cry. But so one thing that in the last, like, probably 2 months that I've really, like, worked on, and I get made fun of all the time because I'm a list person. Like, I've lists all around the house. It's the only way I can, like, stay focused and make sure everything gets done for the day. So I was just gonna share an example of, like, what I did, my schedule for the day, wrote everything out, like, to the minute. So, like, woke up, drank Energize, engaged 5 minutes on Instagram, engaged 5 minutes on Facebook, respond to new messages, read personal development, start my workout, cool down, create stories, get ready, wake up Macy. Like, I just had everything all planned out because that's the only way I can stay on task and feel like I'm not going to get lost and, like, drown in social media and neglect my child. Like, I admit I struggle sometimes. Like, I need to put the phone down. Like, to build my business, it doesn't have to be on social media 24/7. So I try to do it in the mornings while I'm drinking my pre-workout, waiting for that to kick in. And then, like, while I'm eating lunch, I check in on the bod groups and do that then. And then I'm really trying to focus on, once I get home from work, paying attention to Macy, having that time with her, cook dinner, and then trying to do, like, in the evenings, I lay in bed anyways on my phone. Like, that's when I'm going to, respond to any messages that I don't want to wait till the morning, or watch reels and finish up any stories or anything like that. I just feel like in the last month, I've really tried to or the last 2 months, try to keep this schedule so I don't get overwhelmed also, if that makes sense. But I know I was gonna get nervous and I was probably gonna talk too fast, and then it wouldn't last 30 minutes. But the other quote that I read every morning also, I'll share with you guys, is, be the kind of woman who believes that she is capable of doing amazing things in this world. Be the kind of woman whose own dreams make her nervous. That's me. And then go ahead and do them anyway. Be the kind of woman who never asks for permission to be herself. And that's from Rachel Hollis, also, for Girl Stop Apologizing. So, like I said, this month, like, I really have, like, dove into my personal development. Actually, this whole year, like, my goal was I've never been much of a reader, to read one personal development book a month. And I've done that so far. I think I've gotten 5 in already. So that's huge for me, but that's what keeps me going, along with all of you guys, because you guys always keep me going too and are so inspiring. But that's all I have. I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything, or, like I said, I was super nervous, so I knew I was going to talk fast.
You're amazing. That was so good. And I didn't realize
Thanks.
you were off your meds. Like, that's huge.
I have been since June, last
That's
June.
that's amazing. Good for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So your schedule, you said you have written out, are you doing, like, so you're doing kind of like pockets then? So, like, you're
Yeah.
working in the morning, and then you kind of have, like, all your mom, like, to-dos,
Yeah.
and then you work
Yeah.
a little bit maybe at lunch, and then you have mom and family after work, and then you're working again in the evening.
Yeah, like, because usually in the evenings, like, Macy goes to bed, Josh is watching his TV shows or playing Xbox or something like that. So I'm like, that's my time that I can get more work done then, and then just get up and do it again the next morning.
Yeah.
And there's times too, like, you know, I may not be on Zoom, but I'm still laying in bed. Like, that's the great thing about this. Like, we work from our phones. So, like, if I don't feel like getting out of bed, I can be engaging, responding to messages while laying in bed in my pajamas.
For sure. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? No, I know nobody ever wants to ask questions. Everybody always gets like super quiet at the end of a call.
I just want to say that it's awesome as a person that deals with a chronic illness, like knowing that like there's hope not to have medications, following this stuff. That's exactly why I do it too. And it's amazing, like taking hold of that. Like with MS, that's incredible.
Thanks.
She has an amazing transformation too. She's worked really freaking hard to build that muscle and to take care of herself. So that's awesome.
And it's crazy, like on days that like I don't work out, like I can feel it in my body. Like my body gets real stiff and like I know like, okay, gotta move your body, do something, because I mean, just one day it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. So what are the 5 books you've read so far? Because your confidence has exploded so far this year with what
I've read.
you're
Untamed was the first one I did. Then I read, no, I can't even remember. I have them all upstairs. I'm reading the same one you're reading now. Was that
Present over Perfection?
Yeah, I really like that one. That one, and then what else did I read? Why can't I think of the one?
Because I put you on.
It was one like dealing. Yeah, it was one like dealing with anxiety. I think I had told Jess to read that one too at one point when we were talking about it, but I can't remember what it's called.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Maybe after our call on the team graphic,
okay,
if you can put your quotes that you read each day, and then also maybe your 5 books that you've read so far this year, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
just
I can
just
do
for
that.
reference.
Okay.
If anybody else wants them.
Yeah. I mean, I would like I said, I would have never thought to read like personal development books. Like it just was, I wasn't ever into reading, and now like I enjoy reading them, and it's nice that like to relate to something too.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing, you guys. Like if you're struggling or you're having a hard time like getting yourself grounded or leaning in, or you're feeling disconnected from life in general, pick up a personal development book. If it's not speaking to you, find another one, because they are life changing. And we all need to fill our own cups up. We are pulled in so many different directions, and there's so much crud on the news and on the radio and social media and just everywhere around us that is constantly draining our cup. You have to fill your cup up to really truly be happy and live your fullest life. Don't think that it like, oh, I don't have any problems. I put it off way too freaking long. I pushed personal development away for so long. And now, like Michelle said, like I crave it. Like I'm reading, I think 2 or 3 books right now. I'm listening to one on Audibles. I'm reading one on the Present Over Perfection, or Present Over Perfection. And I'm also reading Alana's book. So like I can't get enough now. But definitely lean in and find something that speaks to you, because like Untamed was awesome. The one that Kate's reading is Fierce something. I started listening to that on Audibles and it just wasn't speaking to me at the time. So I put it away. So if it's not speaking to you, put it down and find something else, because there will be something that'll speak to you. But yeah, Michelle, if you can share those 5 that you've read just for reference and those quotes, that would be awesome. Thank you all for being on tonight. Michelle, you did a great job.
Thanks. Oh, yeah. I saw the question on here. It says, does Energize help with rough days? I can't get enough of Energize. Like there's days, like most days I'll obviously drink it in the morning and then I need it again, like so I'm not like a grouch when I get home and tired. So yes,
So that reel you did, it
energizes
needs to be
life.
energized, not coffee. I'm not
I know.
grouchy.
I
I
know.
just need my energized.
I know.
That was seriously so cute.
I just found that one, like I was scrolling through one night and I was like, oh, this speaks to me. I have
Yeah.
another one that I found too that I like that is about Target, because Macy loves Target. So that's my next one I'm planning.
Nice. Well, keep rocking it, girlfriend. We're super proud of you. And you have,
Thank you.
if you didn't listen to that video I shared this morning from David Goggins, go back and listen to that, because he so talks about your people and F everyone else. And unfortunately, if even when they're family, if they don't support you, they aren't your people, and lean into the people who have your back for sure.
I have one question before we get off of here.
Oh yeah.
Because Michelle, like, your whole story really speaks to me, because you and I are so alike in that, you know, we would start the whole coaching thing and then we'd crawl on our heads and we get out of it. So like, I would love, is there anything like that you felt started, or like started that spark of having that mindset shift that you were like, you know, I'm gonna tune out the noise and I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna get consistent with this, when you had so much doubt that was crawling around in your head?
Honestly, it's you guys. Like, you know, like I see how well all of you guys are doing, and that's just when I was like, you know, I read your posts, especially yours, Kate, like you don't care. Like you don't care if you're going to offend anybody. You just, you know, it doesn't matter. So I was like, you know what? I told my sisters, I'm like, if you guys are going to make fun of me, just talk behind my back. Don't make fun of me to my face. Just do it behind my back. And then I don't care. But I don't know, like I said, you guys inspire me every single day. And, you know, I just thought I need to get over my fear. I need to get over the fear of rejection. I need to get over the fear of, you know, getting a nasty message back, because there's so many people out there that like just think that, you know, they're just another sale, that we don't care. And I think that's one thing that like I've always been really afraid of. I remember when Mindy shared a message she got, and I think then I took a step back. I'm like, that's what I'm afraid of. But now I'm just trying to get out there, like that I don't have to worry about it. You know, like if, like Corey said, if they're not your people, they're not your people, and you have to just move on then.
Yeah. And so many people are just have their guards up.
And that's the thing, I know I did. Like, I think we probably all had that thought in our head when we were first approached to coach. Like, you know, we didn't know if we wanted to do it, and you know, you just got to keep at it.
Well, I think it's probably safe to say that all of us have at least had one experience with some sort of network marketing where it wasn't a good experience. So, you know, we have that to battle too. But you can visibly see, like, I mean, your growth in such a short time, like, has just, I mean, I'm sure Corey has told you, but it's like night and day difference. Like,
thanks.
It's really fun. It's really fun to watch. So you're crushing it.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. I second that. Amazing. All right, girls. Well, I appreciate you all being on. Michelle, thank you so much for leading tonight and sharing your story. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I will get the recording up for all of you. And if you can share those couple things tonight or tomorrow, whenever you can,
Okay.
that would be awesome.
I'll do that. Sounds good.
All right, girls, have a great rest of your night.